Spent a couple of hours with John Longmire recently. I was in Sydney for a function. Thought I'd stay up and had lunch with the coach at the Swans, and we sat down and talked for 2 hours. Did you know, Kingy, they lost 14 games last year. The average losing margin was 19, which is a pretty good effort for a team that's been in transition for about 2 years. They've got 3 players left from the 2012 grand final. This is a new team, and what they've been able to do, in my opinion, I don't know if it's going to relate to a lot of wins, but they've been able to get players games. I suppose under, not the cloak of secrecy, but under the cloak of irrelevancy in the last couple of years.
Yeah, spot on. It could be the baby bloods. It really could.
Yeah.
When you, a massive fan of what Dawson does. Alira is taking giant strides. Florent has had a fantastic pre-season. We talk a lot about Heaney and Mills like they're the only 2 youngsters up there. I mean, they're just entering their absolute prime now. Big raps on Dylan Stevens and what he's been able to do. Pick 5 in last year's draft.
I think he's playing round 1.
Not just playing. They want him to impact. They think his speed and his ability to cover the ground has been second to none up there. We talk a lot about Nick Blakey, but there's about 8 or 9 guys that just could jump up that next level. It could happen really quickly for Sydney.
Yeah, it can.
I'm more concentrating on the back half of the year. I don't think they'll be a finals contender this year, but in the back half of the year, if they can build to 2021, I think it's really exciting times.
And it's not just building, it's not just the individuals building together. I mean, how many times have we heard over the years, ladies and gentlemen, grow together, come together and watch it come to fruition? What John Longmire, and we'll learn different things about coaches every time they sort of go into a new sphere of their coach, and John Longmire's certainly in that with this young group. They come together as a group that builds cohesion, but it builds more than that. It builds relationships. It builds storytelling. Remember that. You did that, and John will draw on that. They'll be okay. They'll be competitive. They've got to fix their midfield. The numbers show, and I'm not jumping into your area. The numbers showed last year, or John told me this, that they've got to find midfielders. They've got to find running midfielders. Get from contest to contest. It was fantastic. He talked about sustained running, and people say, what's sustained running? Let's keep running. No, it's Kieran Jack and Joe McVeigh, who retired last year, who are able to run 15 Ks at high level running contest to contest. And guys like Dawson, they aren't that level. They've got the talent. We can see the talent, but have they yet to get that gut busting ability to go from contest to contest? And they probably haven't, but that will grow.
He could be the best kick in the competition, Jordan Dawson. He could be the best kick in the comp. Halfback, wing. He's an aggressive kick, left footer. I know they look better, the left footers,
they do.
But he's a beautiful kick.
So I walked into the Swans kitchen with John, and there's a few players in there. And when you go into a club and there's players there, you're out of your comfort zone. You really are. And you look around, and you say, just don't say anything, don't. And I saw Jordan Dawson. Anyway, we grabbed our tacos. Geez, they eat well. So we grabbed our tacos back into John's room, and I said, that was Jordan Dawson. He goes, yeah. I said, I wanted to say, I love you, champ. And John goes, why didn't you?
Yeah.
Go up to him and say, hey, I love you as a player, because he didn't explain why, but it's a nice buzz. He gets a nice buzz.
You've got to feel like they belong, don't they?
Yeah, that's only. And anyway, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. But I just really like.
Well, next time
Jordan
you're having
Dawson.
a taco up there, go and say good day.
Geez, they eat well, you players.
What are you thinking from Buddy this year? Where are you at with Lance Franklin? Do you think he can bounce back and have the big year that he's...
The photos that appeared before Christmas of Lance Franklin, that was the leanest I've seen him. Sydney right now are putting together a training program for Franklin to not get him to round 1. They're building his legs so he can play every game this year. They know his soft tissue capabilities. If Lance gets on the field, mate, I still think he's going to be a powerhouse.
He hurt his knee taking off his boots, so they've put a person on to do that role now, which will no doubt be part of the salary cap. When you have a look at where he's been, so he's got 26 goals. He's 7th all-time, 944 goals his kick. He's got 26 to get to Jack Titus, 60-odd to get to Gary Ablett, Senior, and then another 30-odd to get to Doug White.
Gary only kicked, what Gary kick, 1,000 and...
Low 1,000, yeah,
low
1,020 or something.
Lance Franklin is a future Hall of Fame legend. It'll be in about 30, 40 years. We'll be
30 or 40 years?
Oh, well, he's going to probably be behind others. Like, Dunstall's not even in, mate.
Okay.
Dunstall's kicked 1,300
You saw that
goals.
this year?
Dunstall's not in. He's kicked 1,300 goals. But he will be a future Hall of Fame. Let's just digress for a second. How wonderful has it been for everyone in football to watch the career of Lance Franklin? Now, we all see them all in and they all go. We saw Duck in, we saw Duck go and Boss. Lance Franklin to be able to be doing what he's doing at 33 is just, it's phenomenal. It's great for everyone. So I hope, for footy's sake, that Lance gets out there again and he's able to dazzle, he's able to turn, he's able to kick goals from 65 on his left.